Hi, this is a video for the Talking Maths in Public Animation Generation Collaboration for June 2025, and the prompt this month is to create an animation showing how a curve of pursuit is generated. I've usually done these things mathematically using GeoGebra or something like that, but I thought today I would use Scratch because it's quite fun and it's a really good introduction to programming if you haven't done any programming before. So this is Scratch. You have a load of blocks which are basically what you can use to control things, and you have a desktop area, well they call it a stage, which is where you do stuff and things move around, and you have sprites. You start off with this default sprite of a cat. So for curves of pursuit, we want to show the paths that things go along when they chase other things that are also moving. I think that's the general idea. So let's have a cat and something to chase it. I'm going to make the cat a little bit smaller. That's a bit too small. Okay, let's have that cat there, and then we can add another sprite from this button down here. And what should we have chasing our cat? Let's have a crab. I'm sure crabs chase cats. We'll have that 30 as well. Okay, so we want to make our cat move around the screen. So we have these motion blocks. And if I say move 10 steps, if I click on that, the cat will move 10 steps, but we need to be able to control it a bit better than that. So let's start with an event, and we say when flag clicked. So then whenever we click the green flag, whatever is linked to this block is what will happen. So I could do that, and now whenever I click the green flag, the cat moves again. I can change how far it moves. And there's all sorts of different ways that I can mess around with it. So I think I want my cat to keep moving. So let's have some control here, and we repeat it. Let's say repeat 200 times, and we move one step. So that will allow it to move slowly. There we go, we can watch it move along. Going to move right off the screen. What I should also do is have something to reset it to wherever I wanted to start. So let's have, when space key pressed, we'll say go to, I think it's about minus 250. 150 is about the top corner. Oh yeah, let's bring it in a little bit. Okay, we can have it starting off there. So I can press the green button to move it along. This red button just stops whatever it's doing. And I can press the space bar to move it back into that top left hand corner. Now we want to be able to see where the cat is moving. So to do that, we need to add a set of controls to our Scratch. And these are the pen controls. So to do that, I just clicked on this little blue button down here. So now we have a load of controls which will allow our sprite to draw as it moves. So if I put the pen down here, then as it moves along, it will draw a line behind it. And then I'll also add an erase all and let's take the pen up when it's finished moving. So if I press space bar, that will erase everything that's done, and then it comes back again. Okay, so now our crab, we want to chase the cat, and the crab can start anywhere, and it will we want it to follow, like move towards the cat wherever the cat's moving. So we'll start off with our reset, the same as we had for the cat. So when space key pressed, let's do erase all. I think I'm just going to move the crab manually for now, so I'm not going to make it go anywhere. And then when the green flag is clicked, so what we have for the crab is a point towards block, and I can choose it to point towards sprite 1, which is the cat, and then it can move, say, 1 step, same as the cat, so it's moving at the same speed as the cat. And what I want it to do is keep doing this until it's touching the cat. So we've got our control blocks, we've got repeat and tell, and that will keep doing whatever is inside it until some condition is met. So it's similar to a while loop in standard coding. So we pop those blocks inside the repeat and tell, and then we've got this sensing block down here which senses when it's touching something. So if we repeat and tell it's touching sprite 1, then that should keep moving towards wherever the cat is. And what I also need to remember to do is put the pen down for the crab and bring it back up when it's stopped moving. And let's change the pen colour for the crab as well to, let's have it red. Okay, so now when I press this green flag, the cat starts moving in a straight line and the crab can follow it. And we can start our crab off in different places and see how that changes how it moves. So if I start it off here, it'll just move straight towards the cat. And then we can do some more interesting things. So I could say make the cat walk around in a square. So if I add another repeat for a certain number of times, so let's say we want to do that, and then when it's moved, let's then turn it. So it moved 200 steps, then turn 90 degrees, and let's do that 4 times. So the cat should then move around in a square, and let's start the crab off in the opposite corner there, and see what happens. So I think where Curves of Pursuit get more interesting is where you have more than one creature and they're all chasing each other. So let's add in another sprite. What should we have? Let's have a frog. Let's make the frog a bit smaller. That seems to be smaller than the others. There we go. And then I can copy the code from the crab into the frog just by dragging it like that. And let's copy that one as well. So now in the frog I can change, let's make his path green. And so I think the frog to chase the cat. No, let's have the frog will chase the crab will chase the cat will chase the frog. So the frog will chase the crab will chase the cat, which it already is, and the cat will chase the frog. Oh, so I want to copy the code from the crab into the cat as well. And let's just take that off so that doesn't run anymore. We had blue for the cat, so cat will chase the frog. And I probably want to reset their starting positions as well. So let's go to 200. What did I have the cat as? 150. So let's make that minus 150. And then the frog. Let's have it in between them, and well, I guess like about 200 away. So okay. So now let's see what happens. They move towards each other in that neat little spiral. And then we could do things like we could change our cat back to moving in a square. So now the cat's moving in a square, the crab's chasing the cat and the frog's chasing the crab, and then we can see what happens and where the crab goes and where the frog goes. Oh, the cat was pointing in a funny direction, so the square's on a bit of a tilt. That's okay. It's just moving. Let's make sure that our cat starts in the right direction. So point in direction 90. There we go. So that should then start moving in a square in the direction we want it to. Oh, so the frog caught the crab first and then the crab catches the cat. Oh, is the crab going to catch the cat? Just. So one thing we could actually do here then is change the speed of the cat to make it a little bit faster, and then see what happens then when the crab starts chasing it. So if we make the cat move, say 1.5 steps, let's also make the frog a little bit slower. Let's make that go 1/2 step, and then let's see what that does. And you could just play around with this like for ages. This is why I love Scratch, because it's just so easy to try different things out and see how they look. Scratch is available for free and it's just really fun to play with. It's a really good way of getting into programming, and even if you already know how to program, it's just a fun way to do things quickly. So I'll put a link in the description to where you can download it from. And in fact, you don't even need to download it. They have a browser version, so you can do it all within a browser if you prefer to do that. And they have a big library of projects that people have done that you can have a look at and see how they've done things and modify them yourself if you want to. So yeah, enjoy playing with Scratch, and I hope you've enjoyed these Curves of Pursuit.